This week on the Bluffs Sports Zone, storming the fort, homecoming, well worth coming home. The game, the Yellow Jackets and Lynx for the 113th time. The matches, the Saints and Titans, Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln. Hall of Fame, the Fab Four. Homecoming 2017, nothing like it. It was perfect. The weather, the spirit, the pride. Hello, I'm JJ Davis and welcome to our latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Like I said, nothing like it. You couldn't have picked a better Saturday under the sun. And then there was the game. It was everything you'd ever want in a homecoming game and more. Much, much more.
Proud supporters of the Reavers.
The 7th-ranked Reavers ready to take down Fort Scott. Quarterback Kai Loxley gets the start. Loxley, whose brother was killed earlier in the week, a couple of touchdown passes, including this 25-yard rope to Taj Telfair, 20-0 Big Blue. The home team scores on 10 straight possessions. T-Boy White from 8 yards out. Iowa Western over 300 yards in the air. Kurt Walding to Vincent Perry. The redshirt sophomore zigzags for a 37-yard gain. Mekhi Sargent finishes it off from 1 yard out, 34-0. Meanwhile, the dark side playing in the Greyhounds' backfield. The Fort just 57 yards in the first half. Second quarter, just like the first. Eddie Ogamba drills a 32-yard field goal, the first of 3 trays on the night. Now the Reavers recover a fumble on the ensuing kickoff. Mekhi Sargent powers in for his second of the game, 44-0. Jacob Zachary carries the mail 23 times for 121 yards, and this touchdown, Iowa Western leads 57-0 at the half, and Big Blue takes the Fort 63-6.
I thought coming into this thing, if we play our style, that we had a chance to do some good things. Our kids came out from the beginning. As good of a first half as I've been a part of, offensively, defensively, and special teams. I'm proud of our guys.
All day, well, all week at practice, coach has been preaching that we got to keep our foot on the gas. We can't slow down. We got to come out on this team early, and that's exactly what we did. Our offense came out first, punched it right in. Kai Loxley got us going, and we just ride out. We rode his boat and just kept going.
What does this win do for the confidence of this team?
You know, our confidence just goes up. Every win that we get, it just goes up.
Defense came out like scalded dogs.
Yeah, we just tried to read our keys and play with a lot of intensity, and it all, we practice with energy, and it shows during the game.
Go in the whole thing, go. Yep.
What kind of statement do you think this makes to the rest of JUCO land?
Well, that Iowa Western's playing pretty good ball. Again, it's one game and everybody's looking, they're gunning. But just like I tell our guys all the time, you win it, the next game is going to be a little bit more important. Guys, that's a great job. Okay. From start, you guys who came in at the end, obviously we'd like to punch a few more of those in.
Why not? The offense is averaging over 53 points a game in its first 3 games. The Reavers continue to roll.
Anything is possible. 3, 1, 2, 3. Family.
And I was standing there on the sidelines thinking, this is the Iowa Western I remember. It was like old times. An inspirational performance by QB Kai Loxley. Now the Reavers score on their first 10 possessions, and the transfer from Texas, playing with a heavy heart, leads Big Blue right down the field on the first 3. 9 of 11, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Total O-show, again, over 600 yards. And the dark side, what? Just 57 in the first half? And that wasn't even with the first stringers in for the whole half. So 3-0, baby. Next up, Butler at Butler. And like Coach Stroh says, it's the biggest game of the year. And the bullseye gets bigger with every win every week. Going the distance. Just that at St. Albert. Now, do the Saints finally break through? The 113th time, Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln. Let's get it on when we come back.
We asked a group of employees what makes our bank special, and here's what they said.
We're available to help our community grow.
We are available to explain the benefits of electronic banking.
Being available to our customers and communities is not only what ties us together, but also what you want most from your financial institution. And our new name says just that. Welcome to Avela Bank.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill Meyer Woodring Family-Owned Funeral Home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
Abraham Lincoln, here on The Attack, has owned Thomas Jefferson the last 10 years. That's right, 10 wins in a row. So, here we go again for the 113th time. Now, both the Lynx and Jackets are coming off losses, so both desperately need this game. Here's IDUB TV student Riley Martin.
Abraham Lincoln takes the home field to face Thomas Jefferson for the 113th time. First AL possession, Sean Lorenzen drops back, lets it go. Picked off by Cameron Lukowski. TJ forces 3 turnovers. Lukowski sets himself up and busts his way through the middle. The junior rushes for 98 yards in the game. 7-0, Thomas Jefferson. Jackets leading 7-0 at the half. Third quarter, Cameron Baker is his name. Junior finds a seam, see you later. Baker rushes for 156 yards, including this 71-yarder. 14-0 away team. Ensuing kickoff, and TJ gets cheeky, recovering the onside kick. Fourth quarter, up 26-0. Nick Peterbaugh puts this game on ice. The senior 24 yards up the middle, 33-0 Jackets. Thomas Jefferson moves to 2-1 on the season, breaking a 10-year curse, 33-8.
TJ, AL, that whole deal, I don't worry about that as much as just winning football games. You only get 9 of them. The big thing to me is we were 0-2, and unfortunately now we're 0-3. So as far as preparing for the game, we prepare the same every week in a fashion that we're trying to win the football game regardless of who the opponent is.
You live and you forget. You forget the past 3 weeks, you move on to the next one. It's Sioux City North at home, and that's what we're focused on this week. Everything else, we hit film on Monday, and then after that, it's gone. Passes it, forever gone. And we don't worry about it, we worry about the next week.
We just kept fighting to the end, honestly. All practice we've been working on how to keep fighting and work on one single guy, and we just kept fighting to the end.
We really try to just talk to them about this game's no different than any other game. We got to go out and execute. We got to play hard. And this week it was a talk of we should have won last year. We had our chance to win 2 years ago. It's our turn, and we just got to go out and make plays. It's not just going to happen for you, but if we go out and make it happen, things are going to turn out good for us.
Proud of my team. All week we've been grinding. I know the last 2 years we came up short. I feel like we should have had those games, but this year we closed out, and proud moment for me and my team.
Thomas Jefferson takes home the trophy. The Jackets will face Sioux City West. AL falls to 0-3. The Lynx will tackle Sioux City North at home. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Riley Martin.
Thanks, Riley. Now to St. Albert. The Class A #1 Falcons back in their home nest for the first time this season. Now the Birds look to fly away from not away. Here's IWTV student Matt Stein.
The St. Albert Falcons face the Nottoway Valley Wolverines on a picture-perfect night. Andrew Hannafan breaks down the door, scoring the first 2 touchdowns of the game. This one from 15 yards out gives the home team a 14-0 lead early in the first. Later, up 21-0, senior Jake Carley carries the rock 32 yards for the score. 28-0 St. Albert after 1. The rout continues in the second quarter. Jackson Dunning is off to the races. The senior, a 32-yard touchdown run. 42-zip Birds. Late in the half, sophomore Ryan Genero breaks free. This 58-yard run sets up another score. St. Albert annihilates Nottoway Valley 59-0.
Your first district game, it's important. You know, the first 2, although they were big wins for us, really don't mean anything in the scheme of going to the playoffs. It's all about winning district games now, you know, trying to get better each week and giving yourselves an opportunity to advance to the playoffs. On being explosive, we like to try to take advantage of what teams give us, and I thought we executed well tonight. You know, our kids ran hard. I thought they tackled well. Our quarterback had a nice night, and our freshman kicker filled in and did a really nice job for us.
The unbeaten and top-ranked Falcons hit the road for the 3rd time in their first 4 games. St. Albert travels to Southeast Warren next. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Matt Stein.
Thanks, Matt. Lewis Central rolls on. The Titans wipe out North in Sioux City 35-0. The transfer from Kansas City, DeAnthony Bridgeford, 4 first-half touchdowns. It was over at half to the tune of 35-0. And the sophomore quarterback, another TD pass. Now LC home in week 4 against SC East. Now you want to hear more? Head out to the 712 restaurant Sunday night, September 24th, 6 o'clock. Head coach Scott Stromar will be there along with some area high school coaches. That's the Quarterback Club at the 712 Sunday night, September 24th at 6 o'clock. What a class! 4 the best ever in the history of Iowa Western. The undefeated. That's right, the Big Blue volleyball team serves up conference play in the Big K after the break.
For 3 decades, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on our team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Our sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. And with our partners at Ortho Nebraska, we assure you'll get your own personal roadmap back to action. Don't forget about our free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
I mean, what can you say about the Iowa Western volleyball team? The young Reavers look good, taking on all challengers, both home and away. The 3rd-ranked team in the country is back home in the Bluffs for some good old home cooking. And on the menu, Tigers. Here's IWTV student Zach Musell.
And your 3rd-ranked and undefeated Iowa
The Reavers are back home to show who is boss against Marshalltown. IDub comes out swinging. And with the block, 5-2 Big Blue. Now with the serve, Iowa Western with another block. 1 of 16 on the night. Why not try for 3? The Tigers run into a stone wall. Reavers roll 25-11. Set number 2. The home team won't stop there. Caitlin Cooper sticks it. 2010 Reavers. Emma Puya with the dig. To Irina Alexieva, freshman, with the kill. 23-12 IWCC. Reavers finish second set with Alexieva going down. 25-12 Big Blue. Set 3. They are hungry for more. Cooper with another famous kill. The sophomore leads the way with 18-8 IDub. Iowa Western finishes strong. You guessed it. Reavers win set and match 25-11.
Always nice to be 9-0, but I thought tonight for the crowd and kind of the atmosphere, it's easy to get distracted. I thought we stayed pretty focused.
If we play like we've been playing, then we'll be fine, and with the intensity, we'll be great.
And we know who we are as a team, so just keep being us as a team, and we'll be good.
The Reavers then hit the road to West Plains, Missouri. Iowa Western knocks off Missouri State in straight sets. Big Blue is 10-0. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Zach Musel.
Thanks, Zach. Now, rivalry week in high school V-ball as well. Now, St. Albert has not beaten Lewis Central and head coach Angie Lance 14 years up on the hill. But what's that saying? If at first you don't succeed, try again. The 7th-ranked 4A team in the state against the Class 2A number 5 club. Now the Saints rattle the Titans early with the block, and it's 14-9 home team. The visitors keeping it close. Megan Woody hammered down, and LC trails by 3. But St. Albert closes out the set. Sydney McLaren just rips it. Saints take it 25-20. How about the rock, paper, scissors battle? Lewis Central grabs an 8-5 lead in the second set. Catherine Poore to the fence. SA staying close. Sydney McLaren lets her rip. Trail by 3. But McKenna Polson then serves up a hot potato. And the Titans win set 2, 25-19.
Whatever's done is done, right? Now we start fresh, okay? 1-1.
14-all in the third set. Bailey White, and it's 15-14 St. Albert. But Lewis Central storms right back. Number 12 again, and this time it's out. 21-19 Titans. The Saints go on a 3-0 run. Just can't handle it. 22-21 SA. Now St. Albert's led by the senior. McLaren, one of her match-high 22 kills. And the Saints go up 2-1 with a 25-23 win. The Bradley recruit Poore, 13 kills for LC. And the third-year head coach,
we just kind of lose focus a little bit.
Lewis Central serves up a 20-16 lead in set number 4. The home team, though, hanging around. Kaylin Wettengale finds the open floor. SA trails by 4, but the visitors close it out. Catherine Poore, hammer down. LC takes it to a 5th set with a 25-20 win. So here we go. First one to 15 by 2. St. Albert, stone wall. 5-2 Saints. Megan Whitty leads the Titans, 18 kills. The junior up. Big block here. LC trails 11-9. But St. Albert closes it out with a 4-1 run. The Class 2A Saints knock off Class 4A Lewis Central in 5, winning the 5th, 15-10.
Fun match, great match. Two great teams across the net from each other. Neither one of them wanted to go down very bad. Just happy to walk out of that gym with a big win tonight.
We conditioned a lot in practice, and I think we had more legs than they did in the end, so that really helped us out.
It was amazing. We wanted to beat them for so long, and this is the first time we beat them in forever. And it's just a really good feeling to just scream at the end and enjoy our win.
We kind of started out slow. The crowd kind of got to us. Our nerves were a little shaken at times, especially in the first 2 sets. And yeah, I think that's what kind of troubled us.
Does this help you, of course, down the road?
Oh, I think so. I mean, it helps us figure out what you go to and how do you deal with adversity. I think it'll end up making us a stronger team overall.
So the Saints knock off the Titans for the first time in coach Angie Lant's 14 years at St. Albert. SA then goes on to win the Trojan tournament in Atlantic. The Saints have now won 13 matches in a row.
Number 10, your setter, senior, Haley Shaw.
The Lynx putting on a show before the show. The home team then shows who's boss. Miranda Hennings, hammer down, 10-4 AL. Julia Wagoner with the hammer, and Abraham Lincoln just wins the first set, 25-13.
We're on TV. Mom. Hey, let's go.
The visitors hanging tough, just a little too hot to handle. TJ trails in set 2, 14-11. But the Lynx close it out, an 11-5 run. AL takes it 25-16. Third set, more the same. Elena Bonet leads the charge. The super sophomore, one of her match high, 14 kills. But again, Thomas Jefferson trying to keep it close. Josie Starner leads the way for the Jackets with 10 Ks, trail 17-14. But in the end, it's not enough. Wagoner with the final shot. Abraham Lincoln sweeps TJ, winning the set and match 25-19.
Anytime we play TJ, it's going to be a big hype game for both teams. We just want to come in and get it done. And we know TJ is going to come after us with everything they have, and I felt like we responded well tonight.
It's huge. There had been some beef over Twitter saying we call ourselves a shark, and they were coming after us and wrote sharks on their wrists, so we were really ready to come out and beat them.
We made a lot of errors, a lot of hitting errors, and they pushed back at us. I mean, they outplayed us. They absolutely outplayed us. They had a great game.
AL is the pretty big build-up for all of our games. We usually, like the whole season, we talk about beating AL, so it kind of sucks that we had to lose to them, but we'll get them.
So the Lynx get a little payback. Both coaches know they'll see each other again and again down the road. Next up, our play of the week, an inspirational performance. And this group, lotta class, living in the Hall of Fame on the other side.
Calls me googly eyes.
You know you're beautiful, right? You know that?
Even you are beautiful. I got bullied for wearing glasses. Share if you're against bullying.
We put it out there, just took off. 3 million people have shared this post. Don't let bullies get you down. I stand with you. The whole family's wearing glasses. I wear glasses and I'm proud.
I even have the army on my team.
All the kind comments brought my child joy. I don't feel thank you is enough.
Next.
Council Bluffs is a growing, vibrant community. It's becoming a modern 21st century community.
We will be the largest free Wi-Fi hotspot in the United States.
Our vision is about building a community where families want to live and businesses want to locate.
We see that as a great potential enhancement for future growth in the city.
This is always a good time. Good people, good food, and of course, some great memories from some memorable performers. And of course, I'm talking the Iowa Western Hall of Fame. Now, this year's class has all the seasons covered and more. And what's the word that binds these guys together? Humility. He's the first from a fledgling football program. These two forever linked on the basketball court. And this man went from JUCO all the way to the big leagues. The Fab Four honored as the latest inductions into the Reavers Athletics Hall of Fame. 2010 D lineman Jarrett Eberts, the first NJCAA All-American in Iowa Western football history. The first to earn a scholarship to a Power 5 school, as Ebert played at Oregon.
It's been almost 8 years since I've been here on campus, and it's changed a lot, but it hasn't changed, much at the same time. So it's great to see and be on campus again, and it's an honor to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Derwin Kitchen gets his plaque after an All-American basketball career at Iowa Western in the late 2000s. Now, Kitchen later led Florida State to 3 consecutive trips to the NCAA tournament.
It feels great, man. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other great athletes that came through this program that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and for me to be inducted with almost 10 years out since I graduated, man, it's a humbling experience, man. I'm truly honored.
Former head basketball coach Jim Morris honored after a 21-year career on the bench. Now, Morris compiled a .677 winning percentage. He guided the 2012-13 Reavers to the NJCAA's first #1 seed at the national tournament.
It's a great honor. I mean, I've spent 21 years of my life here and know a tremendous amount of people, and to be honored by them is, and especially with all the great coaches and great players that have come through here, just to be a part of that is a tremendous honor.
Former Major League pitcher John Lieber honored, the Abraham Lincoln graduate and member of the Iowa Western class of 1990, never saw this coming.
It's something I've never imagined. My time here at Iowa Western, I'm just very, very humbled. Like I said, very honored. This award is not able to happen without the supporting cast around me.
They covered all the bases, from football to basketball and to baseball. And now the Fab Four will forever be remembered in the Reavers Athletics Hall of Fame. Now it's time for our Play of the Week. He gets things started with a bang, and the rest of the Reavers just take it from there.
Inside the Bills' comfort zone, red zone.
Quarterback Kai Loxley, playing with a heavy heart, bulldogs his way in for the first touchdown and then throws 2 more. Iowa Western embarrasses Fort Scott 63-6. Kai Loxley with an inspirational performance. Our play or plays of the week. Wow, can you believe it? Football in these parts is already 3 games old. Time flies when you're having fun. Let the good times roll, baby. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Brandon Taverdi. And so for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.